Hello, Chipsters. It's me, Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. I apologise for the messy desk. This is an impromptu one, and unfortunately, the Yamato here can't fit all the way in. So let's move a bow that way, stern that way. Yes, I know the difference. Uh, so what's been going on? I've, by the way, the superstructure's just sat on the deck at the moment, just for the process of putting some primer down and some pre-shading. And that's what you're looking at. This isn't obviously the finished product. I thought to myself, I'd actually go for a dark blue. Well, this is all a lacquer paint, uh, an AK lacquer primer, grey, and then this dark blue. I can't remember what particular dark blue it was. One of the military colours, and white primer, and just splodged on, and the darker ones somewhat into the recesses. Now I don't know if it's all just going to be a waste of time. That'll tell when I put the grey over the most of the ship. This has got decking on, and I'm decided I'm going to paint that by hand. I'll obviously take the superstructure off, and I was deciding whether I was going to airbrush it, but I think because I went and stuck all the gun tubs, anti-aircraft gun tubs on, I made a meal for myself, really, haven't I? Let's put it bluntly. So I thought, no, let's brush it on. How hard can it be? And this is, I'll put acrylic on this. Then I'll put over the top of the acrylic, I will put a varnish, clear coat on, and then do all those nice little squares of masking tape all around the deck of where the wooden part is, and then go to town starting to paint the metal parts of the deck, which is like this piece here and this piece here. The rear, this is photo etch. Mamara Rob sent me this kit a while ago, and along with a load of others, and it's just I do bits when I want to do it. To be fair, um, I've put the like a metal crane on, aircraft crane. That's also photo etch. There's a bit of photo etch uh, on like the radar fit, and there's a bit round the funnel. I didn't do the end cap. In retrospect, I thought, oh no, that looked alright, just drilled out. And in retrospect, I could have probably done that with the photo etch, but never mind. Anything else to tell you on that? Not really. It's a fairly straightforward build. Yamato is all center, obviously. Well, most ships are, but everything, all the batteries and that are really concentrated around this superstructure. And I can't stick the guns on. I did think of putting the guns on just to give you a look, but they've got those rubber grommets on, and they were difficult enough when I just sat them on there earlier on, just literally putting them in the holes. If I pushed them all the way down, I'd never get them out again. And I put PE around the top. They've got these safety barriers around the top. And again, I've just put different colours on. Hopefully, when I put the grey on, it's like a dark grey. It might just give me some tonal difference, whatever the word is. I've drilled out the front of the barrels, and yeah, hopefully they come up nice. So that's the one of the three. That's the one, yeah, without gun tubs on the top, and we've got two. I won't show the other one because it's the same thing, but we've got gun tubs on the top of that one. So that's our big 18-inch guns, and then we've got the smaller guns, which are they 8-inch cruiser. I think they're 8-inch cruiser triples. Two of those, front and aft, forward and aft. No, I don't think I drilled the front of those out. I may have done, but I don't think I did. And they go there, and obviously at the other end. So that's that. And the only other couple of bits that I've got, there's surprisingly few ship's boats. There's a lot of ship's boats shown on there, but not on the when you come to do the instructions. So that these two sit somewhere down here, just underneath where they bring out some of the aircraft, I believe. And then you've got more of the motorised boats, and they go in these recesses under here, either side. I don't know if there's more than one stowed there. It just shows one sticking just inside, so that's what I'm doing. Aircraft-wise, you can go to town on them. They carried a fair amount of aircraft. I'm just going for 2 because I don't want to make it look like an aircraft carrier. And I've got the catapults. That's these. It's 2 here. That one and the one on the other side. They're in the stowed position. They'd normally follow these tracks. Can we? We can't really know. You can just about see some lines on the deck there. They're actual tracks to run the aircraft along on trolleys. So when she launches, she'll be launching out in this position because there's loads of little turntables here that you can turn the aircraft around and that. So this will sit around here. So I've got the 2. I did remember the names and now I can't. So we'll just call it the biplane. He'll be sat in the well down here as if he's about to be brought up, and the monoplane, he'll be sat on a turntable somewhere here waiting for to be moved into position. How accurate that is, I'm not 100% sure, but I just didn't want. Quite often you see them loaded out with aircraft ready on the kit because it makes a nice bit of difference, have them on the catapult and whatever. But I just thought, no, just go for the 2. So that's what I'm doing with that. I think that's everything on that. Yeah, so there will be railings going around. Hopefully, I've got the photo etch ones that Rob sent in the kit with the kit. Hopefully, they'll go all the way around. I mean, she's a big old girl. She was the largest battleship, I believe, to have sailed from then to present times, along with the sister ship Musashi. But I'm not sure if Musashi was just very slightly less tonnage than Yamato. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, they had 3 built. They planned for 5, I believe. And 2 battleships got built. And the third one, Shinyanya, was it? I'm not sure, was converted to an aircraft carrier because of necessity, obviously, with the amount of sinkings that they had. So, obviously using the battleship hull and then building the aircraft carrier up around it. So yeah, thanks to Rob for sending me the kit. It's getting there, Mara. I like Japanese. I like Japanese stuff in general, but Japanese, like Navy, World War II Navy stuff, I really like. And I would like to do, different cruisers and stuff and destroyers from the period. You can get some decent ones, from eBay and other places. It's just you really need that bit of photo etch because they're all getting a bit old now. You just need that bit of photo etch to bring them up to date a bit more. Which tends to double the price of the kit. But this is a lovely one. This isn't fixed in, by the way. As I tried to actually spray it, it was moving around as if it was under control. But it will be. It's on a grommet itself, but it's just sat there for now for spraying purposes. So plans are paint wooden deck, varnish wooden deck, you know what I'm saying. Masking is the word, Gav, and it's going to be lovely masking all around here. Well, I won't actually. No, when I'm talking about your fork, you can take that off. But anyway, masking that, then painting all the rest of the metal. Oh, do not knock the crate. Have I just no? Thank God for that. Do all the metal bits that need doing. Superstructure glued down, obviously, and all that. What else do we do then, Gav? Oh, we then put our. I'll paint where possible. I'll paint the railings off the ship, and then put them on. They'll have to be touched up, obviously. I know that. But there aren't, from what I could see, there weren't that many railings because Paul, to help me out, sent me the book on the Yamato, and there aren't that many railings on this section here. It's more obviously around the main ship itself. So yeah, put all that down, and then we go into. Although, sorry, no, Gav digresses yet again. Before I do the railings, I just want to bring the guns to. I mean, I don't think they're black barrels. I think they were painted grey, but try and make something so it's not so monolithic. You can see some bits of colour in there and that. do all that. That was it before trying to get said paintbrush over railings, which then break off. So then the railings will be the last to go on. I think I've covered that. Then I've got to make a small base for it. I never do large bases. I know it's the thing to have them at an angle rather than going from left to right or right to left. My problem is it's just lack of space, and to get a perspex box, I can't have a big spacer box, so I tend to do my ship bases just like this, enough to show that she's in the sea. There's no point in me doing large ones because I just haven't got the space to display it. I mean, just to give you an idea, this is the submarine that Rob sent me recently with another batch of ships. Let's go this way, Gav, because that's the way she's pointing. This is a British S-class submarine, which actually did spend the last 6 months of the war in the Far East, where she did have some success against light Japanese shipping. Not with torpedoes, just using a deck gun and her anti-aircraft gun to shoot up barges and tugs and stuff like that. But this is HMS Seawolf, so you can see see a fair old size difference there. So yeah, really enjoyable. As I say, I just pick it up and put it down when I've got time. Once this is done, this isn't going to be done till after Christmas, really, with everything on. But when she's completed, or at least that she's painted and that, and I'm done the base, I might have to wait for a perspex box for her, but I have got one spare, but I don't think it's going to fit this. I'd planned to do HMS Hood that my Mara Beetle sent me, and the only thing wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it now, which is I'm going to get a wooden deck for it, and I'm not going to do any buying and trying to get stuff sent to me over the Christmas period, just because stuff goes missing and whatever. So I will be doing Hood, but I will probably build one of my small destroyers. I've got one that's got a Royal Navy destroyer that's got everything already. It's got a bit of photo etch in there and that as well. An IBG one, which Rob sent me as well. I have got ships in the stash that I bought, by the way. I'm just trying to pick something that I can do that's not going to take me too long, that I'm going to enjoy, that has got everything to it. It doesn't need a wooden deck or anything like that. While I'm doing that, the wooden deck, hopefully I'll get and be ready for HMS Hood, which will be the next one that I'll be building. I fancied doing the wooden deck on her because I'd seen somebody else do it. I'm not that fussed on wooden decks one way or the other, but I've also got the Bismarck, which I got for last Christmas, I believe, or it could have even been the Christmas before. And I've got everything for that: brass barrels, the lot, including the wooden deck. And I just thought I wanted to do the Hood next. Beetle was good enough to send me that with it, and he's sent me. It's got all the stuff, it's got a masking sheet for a wooden deck. And I just thought, you know what? Put your own money in your pocket, or something like that, and get yourself a wooden deck for her. Why not? So that's what I intend to do. So Beetle, I don't know if you'll watch this, but I will be doing Hood, but I'll probably do a small destroyer just to keep getting the ship on the building blocks until me wooden deck arrives. Because I say I won't even put in an order for one until a couple of days after Christmas. So yeah, there you go. This is the is it? Yes, it's the Tamiya 1 in. So I've got so many from different companies. It's Tamiya's 1 in 700. Now the Pops decides to scratch himself. 1 in 700 Japanese Imperial Navy battleship Yamato, and obviously plastic. I've even put the metal. I wasn't gonna. She's even got the metal bars in, so she does weigh a bit. So yeah, we'll see if this pre-shading was worth doing. I don't know. I just thought it might. I didn't want to go for really dark shadows. I was thinking of putting like a German grey or something in there, not black, or even a dark brown. And I saw this dark blue, and I thought, you know what, it goes a bit with the grey when it's put over the top. So yeah, let's try that. Right, I'm waffling. There'll be. I know Christmas is coming up, but I tend to stick videos up. I don't suddenly go quiet over Christmas, so there'll be other stuff. If I do an update on Yamato, It probably might just be a short, just showing that I've done the the deck, if that makes sense. The wooden deck anyway. Um, and then I'll do another proper video once I've painted or the base paint down on the whole ship in general. Whew, there we go. You're looking forward to that one, aren't you? What else? In a moment, I'm about to film a thank you video. Yeah, another one. No, it's not ships. Don't worry, no ships in sight. You're not going to like it though. But I want to say thank you to Amaru who sent me something. So yeah, there's that. Some epic Napoleonic coming up. Some 28mm metal Perry stuff coming up as well. I'm doing another Games Workshop figure. Oh no, that's not particularly popular on my channel, but I enjoy doing them. So I'll put that up at some stage. So yeah, look after yourselves. I know a lot of people like the 1 in 350s. 1 in 350s. People really dig the 1 in 200s. You'll never get a 1 in 200 scale ship off me. I just haven't got the room to. It's not even just the financial outlay. It's the where would I put it? I know, answers on a postcard. But yeah, I'd genuinely, guys, give the 1 in 700 scale a go. It's yeah, all right, Yamato. I mean, she was a huge battleship in real life. So was it 60 odd thousand tons? Um, yeah, she's, you could do if you did 1 in 700 scale Yamato or Musashi would be I'd say go for it because as you can see she's a fairly simple build. Um, but they don't take a lot of room up. Yeah, I know you can go down to 1 in 1,250, something like that. But the 1 in 700s, you can generally get away with, nice builds. Right, that really is it. So Gav's left the building. So look after yourselves. Thanks for stopping by and taking a look. As I say, your kind words and encouragement's always appreciated. And we'll catch each other soon on another video.